back through OBS. All right, so we're back. Is this back on Twitch or back on YouTube? Man, like our internet is just like straight up like I'm still connected. It's just that the actual internet itself is dropping out, which is incredibly frustrating. So on YouTube, it's gonna keep like making new VODs. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop slightly back off the live. I'm gonna start from I want to start from game 2. So wait, how far back is this? Yeah, it's only a couple of minutes. Yeah, so for the sake of also just having VODs properly. Yeah, for the sake of having VODs properly, we're gonna just quickly punch back. I mean, we'll probably get to catch up between rounds anyway, so we're now back on Twitch. YouTube will be changing links every single time. Although right now for me, it's saying I'm offline on both, which is kind of annoying. I know that to just be factually incorrect, but hey, as long as I can see it on both, I'm happy. Twitch is up. Stream manager, Twitch. Yeah. So we are back on both, and yeah, so it is impressive how the Chikuri baits a crap load of memory, which is really interesting. And the cool thing about it as well with the War Growlmon is that because Yggdrasil's obviously going to stop it from digivolving, even though it's a body that's been played, it's still not something that actually can be like properly utilized further. So it's Overflow 3 that's just waiting to happen. We have seen it as a way to just like get more value over some things, but I'm not as quite being a fan of it compared to something like the Porcupa. Alphamon to recover though. Just gonna try and extend out a bit. -8 does get a lot of value done. So it's on play when digivolving. Yes, we've done everything we could. It's just, I guess, get. Going in. And down comes Oryuken once again. Me when I drop Lego on the floor and get rewarded for it. Okay, so out we go. We're actually going to get some value. Search. Does get the double hit. And now do we get to turn that into a level 5? Yep. Spend the Hina. Cost -2. Evolve into Vorvo. No, it's not Vorvo. Largaritamon. Or Lavagaritamon. And then we're going to activate the on play to get another Hina. This Hina is going to miss the timing. Either way, we're getting so much memory back from whatever. As long as we end on red body here, we get so much memory. Because Wargrowl gives back 3, and then Oryuken gives back 5. So we're going to go into the Volcanic. Use Volcanics on play with the Hina. This is a really rough position to be in if you're Royal Knights. I feel like you don't know enough of Chikuri down, but the fact that the Chikuri immediately forces you to spend 9 and then you might still overflow that full cost is really, really interesting. Really, really interesting. Down comes Cool Boy. So choosing not to leave anything on board. Active. Get set to 3. And we're not going to gain too much extra memory. Yeah, because what? It's spend 3 for the Chikuri. And then spend 9, which is then going to be +1 per Hina. So which effectively ends up being 10. And then if you overflow, yeah, it's the full cost. I'm going to swing. Nothing to burn in this instance, I don't believe. All right, we're going to have the rookie die this time. It is really interesting he doesn't care. Like, obviously, because the rookies don't turn into anything, he just swings them in. Going to spend 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another Hina. It's really interesting as well because the 5 doesn't care about the number of tamers. You probably don't mind spending the extra 1 to get another Hina down. Oh, he drew straight away. I'm assuming that means we're not going to be using the Hina. Just happy with the 1 choke, which is fine. You got the Chikuri down. It's not like he can do anything. 7 cost Magnamon. 6 cost, I guess, thanks to the Cool Boy. Bone Duster's dusting. Yeah, down comes Magna. Draw 1, gain 1. So we're going to pass over 5. Make that 7, thanks to the Hinas. Active draw, raising. And we're not quite looking at game on board, but the burn is somewhere. Yep. So immediately going to get the block to draw. And then do we float into the Omeka? Can he even float into the Omeka? Going to hit a Cool Boy. That's pretty good. Swing the 4, hits Jessamon. That's going to die. Swing the rookie, because we do not care about the rookie. Hits the OmniX. Anything you'd kind of be worried about is like Last Guardian kind of popping out. But again, you've been given so much. If you can make a... Oh, he's just going to do the Evo. So this is a protected body with the Ragnar for sure, which does burn 1 always and protected always. So we're going to burn the last, and then there goes the rookie. So it is going to be effectively Ragnar for game both times in 2 different flavors of it. And that is going to be the Bone Duster. Moving on 4-0 on D-Links. Yo. Only few words of sound comes through. Is anyone else having that problem? Because I know obviously we've just come back from the audio being grief. So let me know if like stuff is not coming through. Then let me know. Is my noise gate too aggressive? Is that what it is? Is my noise gate like... Because when I'm this far away, it still looks like it's still coming through. Audio sounds fine in Twitch. Interesting. All right, yeah. Alias, it might be worth just refreshing the tab and just taking a look. To see if that might be like localized there. But very, very cool list. Hopefully on the recordings as well for YouTube, it will come through. We will probably try and get all of these rounds out. But yeah, really, really cool. And now they disappear. So yeah, 4-0. We've got probably a decent amount of time because we started at 15 past. So we've still got a little bit of time on the round. Gonna quickly take a look. One of the little cats. We just want to take a look at their stitching. So I'm gonna send something to Jade. But yeah, all right. So it seems to have refreshed work. Yeah, YouTube. It's probably just because of like starting the new streams in kind of murky ways. Probably just made things a bit goofy. But luckily that's all sorted now. But yeah, really, really cool to see that Royal Knights, you know, one of the Royal Knights phenoms has picked up a different deck, and that Dragon Lynx is good. Really, really funny. It seems to have a very good matchup into Royal Knights. Who would have seen that coming? Not me, that's for sure. And no Galaxy engine either. Like I've seen D-Links using the Galaxy like low end to cheat into them, which is obviously still very good. But yeah, that's clean. Yeah, I do have sometimes I be rattling stuff off, and sometimes I be saying about 3 words and then thinking. Yeah, so we'll have some time for this. What did I said I was going to go grab my Switch for Unite and ended up not doing that. So I can go do that. We can play some Pokemon Unite. Just because I don't think there's that much to look at. I think the Pokemon Regional is still going. How are we doing here? Right on. I love that Ho-Oh is like actually seeing play in VG right now, because I just think it's really like really funny. He wasn't there. You badgered him to use a new deck. I mean, kind of base that he took a control pile still, that he was just like that, man, everyone's tired of my cringe control deck. Let me play a different control deck that has a startlingly good matchup into his old one. Gets to matchup inexperienced diff people, and those cards are so pushed. They are so good when they get going, and when they're not, they are Dragon Links. I hope he gets his invite on Dragon Links, because guess who I'm going to be making fun of forever if the Bone Duster comes through and gets his invite on Dragon Links. The Stream Runners channel, Mr. Dragon Links himself, getting outplaced by Dragon Links on his home turf regional. Oh, the scenes, outplaced and an invite taken. It's like, that could have been you. That could have been you, but you, ye of little faith. All right, let me. Yeah, we will never let it live it down at all. Eternatus. Wait, okay, you know, I actually got to pay attention. What is happening in VG? Ho-Oh Eternatus. Yeah, Mr. Conquest, he would be very upset, because I think he would get real tired of it. Also, can we also just appreciate that the French name for Rillaboom is Gorithmic? That's fire. That's fuego. That is so good.
Yeah, I like that insight there actually, because yeah, you definitely want to be starting to take on those Eternatus attacks a lot better there. And I think we've also had a sequence that Sana has that Urshifu in the back here too, but we know that
Paragraphs is a really interesting pick.
So he still has that option to get around it, especially if nothing else is going to damage it.
But genuinely, I haven't seen Eternatus in VG like basically ever. I legit forgot he was, because I obviously just think of D-Max Eternatus. I legitimately forgot that it was a legal Pokemon. That's why I like immediately was like, huh? When it came out. All right. Moonguy's Beam looks kind of weird. The way it jumps up does look very strange. I feel like it's because Pokemon doesn't do lateral movement very well. Like, they very, unlike the Digimon games where they have obviously like specific cutscene animations for stuff, it feels like a lot of the Pokemon moves are designed with stationary movement in mind, like stationary like positioning in mind. A lot of the moves are stand still, do a thing, get thingied, and go for it. 1 sec. I have to go retrieve my cat's coat. She's trying to pull out the stitches. 1 second.
Could be crucial for this battle. Tailwind is no longer up, and while Cedric could try and go for like a protect Tailwind play, Ho-Oh very likely to be knocked out this turn. So does Miraidon go for Draco Meteor? Does Miraidon go for like a Volt Switch maybe? All of these things are things that Center has to consider because they could lose a restricted Pokemon this turn with no gain in return.
So there's the protect from this Eternatus and none from the Ho-Oh. So Sander really hoping that maybe there's a Draco Meteor into that Eternatus slot instead. But there's a Dazzling Gleam instead, and thanks to not be any fire type anymore, Ho-Oh does not take that and absolutely gets KO'd here.
Yeah, that's a huge KO for Gustavo actually, and with this knockout now there's no more speed control for Sander. And Eternatus matches up kind of okay-ish into these Pokemon, especially now that we know Dazzling Gleam is the move of choice over for Gustavo. I guess you have to bring in Urshifu, and that Pokemon definitely will take a ton of damage from Dazzling Gleam. And but if you're confident that you're like both Eternatus and Urshifu are outspeeding Lunala, you could go for a play like, let's say, Wicked Blow or Sucker Punch and Sludge Bomb into the Lunala. But yeah, even though they are kind of covering each other nicely offensively, I feel like there's two threats there with Miraidon and Lunala that are, I don't even know if you can like two-hit KO either of them at this point.
Yeah, and considering that Shadow Shield as well, like Eternatus would have to attack first. So say if Lunala goes for that Terra Fairy, Sludge Bomb goes into the Lunala, super effective, yes, but then still halved because of that Shadow Shield being there. And then Urshifu follows up with a really kind of pitiful attack that is not very effective at all. So yeah, I think Sander at this point really needs to kind of call where this terror is going into and kind of take it from there because it's against the wall.
And it is Miraidon, not Lunala, as we were talking about earlier in the game, but Gustavo saying, yeah, you know what? It's so obvious to terrestrialize here my quad